What is up, everybody? My name is Harris, and welcome back to the Habs Weekly Report. We have some news. We have quite a few rumors to get into. We are going to start the video off. Let's just get right into the news. Our first news topic, well, it's actually the first two, are both signings. As you can see, Artturi Lehkonen re-signing with the Montreal Canadiens is the first topic. He has signed a 2-year, $2.4 million a year deal. Personally, I think this is perfect for what the Habs have left on their cap. With these two signings, they still have to sign Charles Hudon, and they also will only have about 4.4 left in cap, if I'm remembering correctly. I really liked what I saw out of Artturi Lehkonen last season. I think he can definitely produce more points if he stays on the line with Laine and Armia, who also has re-signed. Then we'll talk about that. Or rather, he's moved to the center or stays on the wing, and Byron goes to center, and you have that as a third line. I think Artturi Lehkonen can easily put up 40 or 50, maybe even 60 points with the Montreal Canadiens. In my opinion, this is a big win for the Montreal Canadiens. The only downfall, or the only downside, is that he's going to be an RFA in 2 years. The next topic is the signing I just mentioned, Joel Armia signing for 2 years at $2.6 million each year. In my opinion, this is also a win for the Habs, partially because Joel Armia, while he didn't produce that much from what I can remember of the Habs last season, he still did quite well for himself. He held his own on the third and fourth line, and I think playing third line minutes now, possibly even second line minutes given there's an injury, which hopefully there isn't. If he does play second line minutes, I think he could be a big addition to the Montreal Canadiens in that top six core. However, bottom six, in my opinion, is better for him. He could possibly have a better year this season, and I honestly think he will. Joel Armia, as long as he puts up points worthy of $2.6 million per year, along with Lehkonen, these are going to be big deals for the Habs. Just like how Max Domi making 5.6 was easily worth it last season for the Habs, given he put up 60, 70 points, I believe, if I remember correctly. Joel Armia, this is a good signing. And now our next topic, we are going to be talking about some free agency and trade rumors that have been rumored to happen. We're going to get into the free agency talk first, just even though it's out of order, I didn't want to change that. Quebec-born players are rumored to have been interested in by the Montreal... No, fuck. It's being rumored that Quebec-born players are being viewed at by the Montreal Canadiens organization, such as Jason Pominville, Derek Brassard, and Gabriel Bourque. Of course, all three of these players are still free agents. In my opinion, I wouldn't like to see Gabriel Bourque coming to Montreal. If I remember correctly, he's a defenseman. I didn't see much of him at all in the NHL last season. I believe he spent a good portion of it in the AHL, actually. Derek Brassard, he played very well for the Pittsburgh Penguins the past few seasons from what I could see of him. I could see Montreal going after him. I think he would be worth about $3 million, which would put us at $1 million right up against the cap. I wouldn't sign Derek Brassard personally if that's what it means. And Jason Pominville, I think he's going to be out of the league in the next year or two, unless he has a big bounce-back season, but I can't see it happening with Montreal personally. And now getting into the trade rumors, Nikita Gusev of the Vegas Golden Knights, Shane Gostisbehere of the Philadelphia Flyers, and Chris Kreider from the New York Rangers have all been rumored to be traded to Montreal. Gusev, I would like to come to the Montreal, mostly because it would mean we probably get to lowball Vegas. Even though Vegas is one of my favorite teams, Montreal would probably have to lowball Vegas. They probably couldn't offer anything like a first and a third. I would think maybe more like a fourth, fifth, and sixth, if anything. But Nikita Gusev, I think he has big potential, and Montreal could use someone like him. Shane Gostisbehere, obviously, he's a left-handed defenseman. If you could trade, say, for example, Mete, maybe a Cousins. I couldn't see Cousins just because you just got him, but maybe Mete and Hudon if you manage to re-sign him. Get Gostisbehere, your blue line immediately becomes better as Montreal. Yes, the ideal would be get rid of Carl Alzner's $4 million contract, but we'll get to that in the Alzner update. Nikita Gusev and Shane Gostisbehere, I could see very likely coming to Montreal. Chris Kreider, though, I can't see it. And it's not because of 2014 with Kreider getting tripped and running into Price. That has nothing to do with it. I just can't see the Rangers wanting to trade him, personally. I think Kreider is still good offensively. Defensively, from what I remember seeing of him in the few games he played against Montreal, because I haven't watched many Rangers games these past few seasons, defensively he was good as well, but not as good as he usually is offensively. Plus, he's been consistently very well. If I'm remembering, I'm doing this all based off memory. I probably should look up stats for future videos. But Chris Kreider, I just can't see New York wanting to get rid of him. And even if they do, I can't see them trading him to a division rival, especially a team that the past 2 years Montreal has made the playoffs. They've played against the Rangers. Granted, the Rangers have beat us both times. But I can't see New York trading Kreider here. I could see them much rather trading him to, say, Ottawa, for example. I don't know what good players Ottawa would have to get Kreider, aside from the next 2 years' first-round picks, which are guaranteed number one. But I just can't see Kreider coming to Montreal. Next up, the Habs are reportedly interested in offer-sheeting Patrick Laine of the Winnipeg Jets. Rumor has it that Laine wants out of Winnipeg. However, I can't see them giving Laine a qualifying sheet to allow him to go to unrestricted free agency. And even if he does, I can't see Montreal going after him, especially with our $4.4 million. I could see us rather trading for Laine. As much as it hurts, maybe you have to give out a Tatar. I would much rather go, say, Drouin, 2 firsts, and maybe a prospect. Maybe you throw in Kincaid to give Winnipeg a backup, and then you just call up Lindgren or Primo if he's ready to fill in the backup position. But Laine, I can't see getting offer sheeted by the Habs. I would much rather see, or I can see them trading for him more than I see them offer sheeting him. The Jets, if they do sign Laine, rumor has it that Laine wants 2 to 4 years. Might be confusing him with Marner, but he wants a short-term deal so he can get more money in a couple years, which I really don't blame him. I would probably do the same thing if I was an NHLer. But Laine, if he does come to Montreal, I would love to see him in Montreal. He would obviously be first line with Domi, Tatar, and or Gallagher, depending on where they play him. I think he really would fix our scoring issues that we have had, as long as he recovers from the disaster that was last season and not scoring 60 goals like my dad thought he would. Laine to Montreal, not by an offer sheet. And our last topic for today, of course, as usual, is going to be the Alzner update. He may get traded out, depending on if we can bring in Shane Gostisbehere, at least I'm assuming. Otherwise, right now, it seems like he is still going to be playing in the AHL this coming season for the Quebec Ramparts, which is ironic now that I think about it, since it's called the American Hockey League and you have Canadian teams in there. But let's just throw that out. But Alzner, I see as likely to be traded. Thank you for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, favorite, share, everything, which includes, but is not limited to, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and everything else. My name is Harry Rice. Please subscribe to join the Puff Club today. This has been your weekly Habs News and Rumors Weekly Report. Thank you for watching. I'm out.